ABC Kinderteach presents Big Red and the Little Bitty Wolf, a story about bullying, written by Jeannie Franz Ransom, illustrated by Jennifer Zivoin. There was only one path that led from where Little Bitty Wolf lived to where he went to school at Pinecone Elementary, and that was a problem. And look at the shadow of this big person. Over the summer, Big Red Riding Hood had moved in with her grandmother. Big Red wasn't just big, she was mean, and now she took the same path through the woods to get to school. I think she's going to be mean to Little Bitty Wolf. Before Big Red moved in, Little Bitty loved to go to school. He loved the soft pad, pad, pad sound his paws made on the path. He loved the feel of the wind tickling his whiskers as it rustled the leaves. And he really, really loved his yellow lunch basket right there, always packed with his favorite foods. So he loved school. Big Red loved nothing more than teasing, taunting, saying things to hurt their feelings or make them mad, and terrorizing, making someone feel scared. Little Bitty. Sometimes she jumped out from behind a tree. Look how scared he is. Sometimes she stuck out her big foot and tripped him. Wow, that is really mean. Sometimes Big Red snuck up behind Little Bitty and pulled his tail. I don't think he likes that. I wouldn't like it. Little Bitty tried not to whine. He tried not to whimper, make a low sound when you are hurt or scared, like mm. He tried not to talk to Big Red at all. So he tried not to be scared in front of her, and he tried not to talk to her, but I don't think that is working. What's he gonna do? Nothing seemed to help. Little Bitty asked his parents what to do. Just tell her to stop, Mom told him. Tell her you don't like it when she teases you. Maybe that'll work. Stop it, Little Bitty said when Big Red kept throwing acorns at him. I don't like that. Big Red laughed. And this is what an acorn looks like, and it is hard, so it would hurt if it hit you. But I do, Big Red said, and she picked up a big acorn and hit him in the nose. Wow, that is really mean. Buff yourself up so you'll look bigger, Dad told him. I wonder if that's going to work. So the next time Big Red pulled his tail, Little Bitty puffed himself up as big as he could, but Big Red just laughed. I'm not scared of a little bitty wolf, she smirked, smiled in a mean way. Little Bitty didn't know what to do, and then one morning a shadow fell across the path. It must be Big Red. Little Bitty looked up. It was Big Red. Where do you think you're going? Big Red asked. Little Bitty tried to run by Big Red, but she blocked his way. Not so fast. Big Red grabbed the basket right out of his paws and skipped away. A tisket, a tasket, I've got a brand new basket. She took his basket and his lunch. Oh, look how sad he is. I'd be sad too. Little Bitty was so sad. What would he eat for lunch? What would his parents say when he didn't bring his basket home? Would they make him take his food in a brown bark bag? Oh, he's so sad. Oh, I feel so sorry for him. When little bitty Wolf got to school, his teacher, Miss Doe, asked what was wrong. Little bitty didn't want to tell her. Big Red was looking right at him. See, she's saying, don't you say anything. He should still tell the teacher. Ms. Doe sent him to talk to the school counselor, Mr. Know-It-Owl. It should be Mr. Know-It-All, like he knows everything, but they say owl because he's an owl. Little bitty Wolf told him about Big Red. It sounds like quite a problem, Mr. Know-It-Owl said. What have you tried to fix it? I asked Big Red to stop bothering me, just like my mom said, Little Bitty told the counselor, and I buffed myself up to look bigger just like my dad told me, said Little Bitty. But Big Red just laughed at me, and now she has my lunch basket, and I don't know what to do. He wiped his eyes with his tail. He is so sad. Seems to me you need to do something Big Red doesn't expect you to do, Mr. Know-It-All said. Like this. Mr. Know-It-Owl's head spun all the way around. Little Bitty smiled. My, what a nice smile you have, Mr. Know-It-Owl told him. I'd never noticed before. You should smile more often. Little Bitty decided he would do just that. On the way home from school, when Big Red jumped out from behind a tree, Little Bitty didn't whimper. He didn't whine. He just smiled. Are you smiling at me? Big Red asked. What's going on? Little Bitty just kept smiling. He was so nervous it was all he could do to keep his paws planted in one place, not to run away. What's so funny? Big Red asked, taking a step back. Stop looking at me like that. What are you going to do, bite me? Little Bitty Wolf laughed. What a silly thing to say. Biting was for babies. You can have your dumb old basket back, Big Red said. I didn't want it anyway. She tossed the basket on the ground. She doesn't know what to make of his smiling. Little Bitty smiled even bigger. Mr. Know-It-Owl was right. Doing something Big Red didn't expect had worked. Maybe he'd never smiled at her before. He had a feeling Big Red didn't get many smiles. He'd make sure she got plenty now. So he's going to smile at her, and he thinks that maybe she needs a friend, maybe. And so if he smiles at her, maybe they can become friends. Little Bitty trotted off toward home with his ears up and his tail high, feeling a little bit bigger and a whole lot better.